What is up, everybody? Welcome on into our latest live broadcast. Dallin, you're noticing that your chair might be a little higher than it was yesterday when we were doing a dry run. There you go. Welcome on in. As you guys are familiar with, this is ProdataKey, and this is one of our live broadcasts that we love to do occasionally, and every time that we have a new update coming through. My name is Brock Benson. I am the Vice President of Marketing over here, and next to me we have...
Dallin Labram. I'm the EVP of Sales for PDK.
He might be one of my absolute favorite people to ever present with.
It's been good.
He is like the most well-spoken individual I have ever met. The only questionable choice about Dallin is his choice of drink. I am Team White Monster. He's Celsius.
Team Celsius.
So put it in the comments.
Staring into the sun.
Hashtag Team Monster.
Hashtag
you are staring into the sun. Yeah. As you may have just picked up, we're off to a great start here.
Live event.
This is a live event. So whenever we get down a rabbit hole, which always happens with Dallin and myself, you are right there along the ride with us. So
thank you.
Welcome in. But today is a very exciting day here at PDK. In fact, it might be one of the most exciting days that I have been here.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that we've been working on for years, and it might actually be one of the worst kept secrets that we have ever had.
Yeah.
Today we are going to be talking all about PDK.io 2.0, which is being released as we speak. So it's very exciting. We're going to show off all of the latest enhancements that come with it and everything that means for you and for your customers. So let's give you kind of the housekeeping items on what is going to be happening in today's live broadcast. So today we will be starting with just doing the 10,000 foot view of the main enhancements. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Over enhancements. Is
the over enhancements. Yeah. So we'll do that, and then we will break those out individually, going in depth on each one of these main enhancements, and give you a little bit more information. Now, there is a live chat on this as well, so please, when you have questions, put those questions in that live chat. Dallin and I will answer those questions at the end of the live broadcast.
There is a delay, so start doing it now.
That is a good point, Dallin. There is a 7-second delay on everything. So, as you can see here, I've got my iPad that shows everything, and
do you know what there's not a 7-second delay on?
What?
Our credential scan times.
I like that, Dallin.
More
that was
like
good.
3/100ths.
Yeah. Oh no, we've got Team Celsius is coming into the chat already.
Are you serious?
This is not good. No,
right.
Team Monster.
Oh.
Anyways, let's get actually back on track to PDK.io 2.0. Some of you are brand new with PDK and might be actually watching this as a way to learn a little bit more about who PDK is and what we're all about. Well, here's what we can tell you. We are a mobile-first access control platform that is 100% cloud-based, and people love us. And in fact, our main mission statement here is to empower our partners. Yeah. And we do that in multiple different ways. But don't just take our word for it. Here's a little case study that shows why Digital Horizons, one of our dealers in Minnesota, here's why they love working with PDK.
Digital Horizons is a technology integrator. We take audio, video, automation, and security type solutions and integrate them into residential and commercial environments. When we started the business, we primarily worked in a residential space, and as the needs of our clients grew, and pretty much there just being a lack of a good technology integrator in the space, we expanded our offerings, added services, and have just grown it sequentially. When we first started looking for a control access solution, PDK stood out to us amongst the others very clearly. So when we engaged PDK and we actually got our hands on the equipment, saw the instructions, partook in the training and the educational portion of the process, everything lined up perfectly and just made a lot of sense to make them a partner.
PDK makes it easy for us to expand and grow these systems. I can set up the accounts very quickly with my phone when I'm on site. If I have my laptop out, I can use the web interface. If I need to remote into a job site and check on something that, maybe there's some type of programming issue the customer changed on their own, I can get in and correct it. It just allows us easy access and easy ways to set up and manipulate and get these systems out and get them running good for the customer.
The nice thing about having automatic updates with PDK is it eliminates the need for us to send out a truck for what otherwise would be an on-site update to a dedicated computer or something like that. if there's a new feature or functionality that's added that the facility will benefit from, we're able to administer those things and make sure it's handled with ease without us needing to be on site to deploy it.
PDK allows us as installers to set up monitoring tools for the end user, door position sensors to check and see if somebody left the door open. They can get push notifications for multiple different reasons. It's very flexible. The programming is very usable and easy for us to make rules. Even on top of that, every time I've called tech support to help maybe something I didn't quite figure out on my own, they're right there to help you. They answer the phone right away and they're great to work with.
So the nice thing about PDK is we're granted a dedicated salesperson, which means that if we have anything account, administrative, or even technical in nature, they're our first point of contact, and Mike's our guy, and I know whenever I have an issue, he's always quick to handle it, and if he can't, he gets us to the person that can, and we always get an expedited solution to problems. PDK lines up with how we want to operate business because from the top down, they're focused on making a good product, making something that's easy to install. Our clients don't come to us for an individual product, they come to us for a solution, and they expect us to be able to stand behind what we're installing. And so we're very particular about who we work with, because if we're not provided the support, we can't provide that support to our clients. We would definitely recommend PDK because they make a great product and they're a company that is willing to stand behind it.
PDK is pretty spectacular. Our partners love us, and we love you. It's one of the big differences that you will experience here.
Yeah.
We are partner fanatics.
It took me 2 seconds to come into this industry and realize how valuable, indispensable, and important the integrator and dealer network is to the security industry. I mean, it's the foundation of it.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
we love our partners. We're grateful for you, and we want to keep your customers your customers.
Yep, I agree. Well, Dallin, let's dive into this 2.0 stuff. So with 2.0, there are 4 big main new features that we have enhanced in PDK.io, and we want to talk to you about them. Dallin, give us the 32,000 foot view of what these main 4 features are.
All right. The first one, we're talking about multi-site ready. And what we decided to say for this, it's not that we couldn't do multi-site before. We could do multiple sites, but everybody knows that there were certain restrictions from PDK. That's no longer the case.
Nope.
It doesn't matter what network you're on. It doesn't matter how many locations you have. You're going to be able to control multiple sites, and you're going to be able to control them as a single user database if you wish. And it is, in true PDK fashion, never been easier to control multiple locations and have a unified database, search through the database, create users, create groups. And so that is the brief overview of multi-site ready. The next one is system and health. So as you know, a lot of times when our partners request something, our goal is we want to be able to deliver it better than it was even requested. And the way that PDK is now, we've been guided by our partners to this point. Our roadmap is completely dictated by our partners. And so we really appreciate our partners' input on that. We want it to be what you want it to be. So on our way down, we found that we could give some better reporting real time on the system and health of PDK systems.
Yeah.
So we have partners now that are getting close to thousands of systems. I mean, going in there and having to go to each one and look and see and dive deep in and see if anything's wrong is a big problem. Now you don't have to do that. Now, at a glance, you're going to be able to see if there are any issues. And the cool thing is your end users aren't going to know any of this. They're not going to know that there's a problem. Their system's going to be operating exactly the way that they want it to operate. But you'll be able to see if there's an issue with power, if there's an issue with the network, or what's going on, and be able to proactively resolve that before any other issues arise. And it leads to cross-sell opportunities, which I'm a big fan of. The next one is early configurations. So what this is going to allow you to do is you're going to be able to start a customer, create a site, and start adding people and groups before you ever have to spend a dime. PDK is a very efficiently run company. It's the most efficient company I've ever worked for. We have a very fiscally conservative CEO who does a great job. And so, a lot of times our billing will go into place before a system is ready to go out there. And sometimes that can be a pain point for some of our partners, and we heard you. And so now you can start and do the most strenuous parts of building a system before you ever have to spend any money on hardware or even on any kind of licensing or recurring revenue pieces. So that's exciting. So that's early configuration. Build your customer now and get your hardware later when you're ready.
Build now, install later.
Yep, exactly.
Maybe there's a marketing campaign.
But
I don't know. We'll find out.
Install appropriately at the appropriate time.
I agree.
Okay. And then the last one, extended management. So remind me what extended management is.
Extended management is the offline mode, Dylan.
Okay, thank you. Extended management, guys. There's so much pressure on us right now. You have no idea. Like, there's the lights.
I thrive off
the lights
this,
are
dude.
so bright. I thrive off of it too, but I just need a little help. Extended management.
Here's my help.
What this means is, in the past, and this has just been a security method that PDK has had for a long, long time, but it has been inconvenient, and we have fixed it. When a cloud node or a site becomes disconnected from the internet, in the past, you have lost the ability to make changes within PDK. Now, we've been able to do that, and we've been able to do it securely and through encryption. So you're going to be able to access the cloud node information, make adjustments, make changes, even if the system is offline and not connected to the internet. This is really nice because the goal with cloud-based is to bring all the benefits of cloud to the customers and get rid of all of the downsides, right? There's a reason why people, up till recently, were still selecting on-prem systems. There's no longer a reason ever to have an on-prem system because you have all the benefits of cloud now and all of the uptime and consistency of an on-prem system.
Pretty sweet, right? Well, Dallin, let's dive into...
How'd I do there?
Dallin, you did okay. I asked for a 32,000 foot view, and I think you gave me more like a 10,000 foot view. So we got a little bit in there, which... Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. But now it's going to be time to actually bring you aboard the flight. Let's go ahead and show you everything that is going on with this. So the way that we're going to break this out, we are going to go and experience the new 2.0 features as if we were bringing a system online. So when you log into PDK.io right now, you're going to see the 2.0 capabilities are already in there. So that's very cool, very exciting. So the first thing that you are going to see is early configuration. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about what early configuration is in depth by watching this video.
Check it out.
PDK.io's latest enhancements deliver many useful features built to streamline your installation experience and enhance your management capabilities. It enables early configuration, meaning you can begin setting up a customer's account and user database before you even connect your cloud node to the network. The latest enhancement makes PDK.io multi-site ready, which gives you the option to create a single database and access rules for one or multiple systems spread throughout the globe. A new dashboard delivering system and health insights is available for those with integrator access. The latest enhancements even brings you extended management options, meaning you'll be able to access the software and make any system changes, adds, or deletes, even if a cloud node is offline. With these enhancements, you'll notice some changes have been made to the PDK.io interface, but don't worry. You will still be able to navigate through with these, just like the same PDK.io you know and love. Let's take a look at what this enhanced PDK.io experience will look like. This is your main dashboard in PDK.io, and it is the first page that appears. From this screen, you will be able to easily manage all of your customers' accounts and your staff who will have access to the software. To add a new customer account, select the plus icon next to customers. You will then be able to name the customer account and set some of the system parameters. The site will then automatically direct you into the customer's system software, where you will be able to add controllers, credential holders, create access schedules, and more. We mentioned that the system enables early configuration of a customer system. You'll notice that you are able to begin working on your customer's account before you've even connected to a cloud node. For example, we can begin adding credential holders to our people database before we ever even install a piece of hardware. This allows you to deliver a faster, more streamlined installation for your customers. To give an end user login permissions to their software account, we will now find the Permissions tab is found directly on the customer's dashboard. Once selected, you'll be able to add your customer's permission by clicking the plus icon, entering in the end user's email address, and granting them a role. Let's continue showing you how to set up a customer system using these early configuration capabilities. The next step is to set our system settings. On the General tab, you'll be able to add in any notes, adjust the default time zones, and set your continuity settings. As a reminder, PDK's controller continuity is a feature available on all Red Series controllers and cloud nodes. This feature allows for a copy of credentials and access rules to be stored on each Red controller. This means that the Red controllers will continue to grant access while temporarily disconnected from the cloud. On the Credentials tab, you will be able to specify which type of card formats you wish to be set as the default for every system that you will then connect to this account.
You guys probably just got to hear Dallin talking about his cramped legs.
My legs are under the table. I don't know if you can see that. They're cramped.
Yeah, anyway, sorry for the disturbance on that last video. This is what working with Dallin is like sometimes.
Listen, live events. What you guys see on our other stuff is so edited. Holy cow. Brock does a good job of making us look really good.
Well, you know what else did a really good job of making something look really good is our engineering team. You guys may have seen in that last video that looks and operates exactly the same as the PDK IO that you know and love today. That's pretty cool, right? You go in there and suddenly you still feel like you're working at the same system that you've been working on. So 2.0 does not look and operate any different than the 1.0 system that you guys have grown up learning and loving.
Yeah.
So pretty cool, right?
We definitely, when we do updates as a sales team, we do not want your customers to be calling you like crazy, asking you how things work. And so our engineering team has just done a phenomenal job of keeping the feel the same. We did some testing with our partners, some end users, and they all gave us that same feedback. Hey, this feels the same intuitive nature. I can do everything. I don't need additional training.
Yeah, and just you wait. We've got a few more videos that we're going to show you that just illustrate that even better than what you just saw. So Dallin, we just watched a video all about early configuration. So early configuration, give us a little bit more in-depth knowledge about how that affects our partners that are out there doing the installations.
Sure. So, I mean, especially like in the last 2.5, 3 years, we've been having sites come online with hundreds and even hundreds of thousands of people. And so really what it means for our partners is that we don't put a lot of pressure on them to get that system prepared. It means that you can start anytime you want to add people, add their names, rules, create, we have custom fields in there.
Yep.
A lot of partners are benefiting from the custom fields, so you can create a user profile within PDK the exact way that you want it to be. And you can get all of that stuff ready at your own pace. This is really exceptional, especially if you have partners that have large buildings with hundreds or thousands of doors, or you have partners that have hundreds of thousands of users. Yeah, you can upload bulk users into PDK, but you can do that at your own pace, get it ready, create the groups that you need, and then you can start worrying about hardware at that point.
For me, I think one of the coolest things that you guys can do when you are out there doing demos and pitching towards your customers is you can actually start building a customer site right then and there for them and start building it all out and showing them the actual user experience while building an actual system for them. They're going to think that's pretty cool.
Like on your sales call.
On your sales call.
Yeah. Be like, here, look, you're already our customer. Let's go.
Pretty neat. How neat is that?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Anyways, so let's go on to the next part. So we're going to talk about multi-site now. So after we have gotten a site or an account built, and we've got a user database built, and we've started creating our groups, now it's time to start adding in controllers and locations. So the way that we do that is through our multi-site abilities. And so we're going to break this next section out into two parts. We're going to have multi-site configuration, and then we'll follow it up with multi-site rules. So multi-site configuration is going to be bringing the cloud nodes online and setting up all the door controllers for each location that you might have. Let's learn a little bit more about multi-site configuration in this video.
Authenticity.
Once we have the system settings entered, it's time to utilize the new multi-site ready feature to add one or more cloud nodes to your customer's account. To do this, find the configuration cog from the main dashboard. From here, you will be able to add each of your location's cloud nodes that will then be synchronized together to form one large multi-site system. Add each cloud node one by selecting the plus icon and adding the assembly serial number and giving it a name. If this cloud node is in a different time zone from your default settings, you will be able to change it here. In addition, you can change any card formats for this particular location and also set this location's e-cards on the Cards tab. Like we mentioned earlier, these enhancements still look and function like the same PDK IO you know and love. So completing the process of bringing a controller online is exactly the same. To bring your controllers online, navigate to the Discovery tab, select the magnifying glass in the bottom right corner, and then the cloud node will search for any controllers nearby. After you find the controller you wish to bring online, hover over the address and select Add Port. You will then follow the same familiar process of bringing the controllers online. After completing these steps, this cloud node and its controllers are now configured and set up for system management. If your customer has multiple locations that they wish to manage, click on the new breadcrumb links to navigate back to the configuration page, hit the plus icon, and repeat the process of bringing another cloud node online and adding its controllers.
How simple and easy is it to bring on a location, and then you can do that over and over and over. You can add multiple cloud nodes all in that configuration setting and then attach their doors to them. I think you guys are going to be really excited when we show you multi-site rules next, but the ability to bring on multiple different locations and manage them all from one database is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Dallin, why do you think our partners are excited about that?
Well, because our partners are advancing just like we are. I mean, you know, honestly, 5 years ago, the demand for multiple locations, it was there, but it wasn't huge. Now it's huge.
Yeah.
The demand for multiple locations, like the businesses that are out there, the businesses that made it through COVID, which are many, most of our partners, they're branching out, they're advancing. They have 3 locations now, they have 15, they have 100 locations now. And they want to be able to add certain people to all 100 locations without having to go into each 100 locations and add them. And yeah, we've made some shortcuts for them. We worked with our partners and helped them make that happen. But now it's just so easy and simple. So a lot of our partners are like, hey, we're only using ProdataKey now. Now that you guys can fill this gap for us, we're going to move forward. And so we're really excited to hear that, because honestly, no one is going to support you like we will. We will bend over backwards to support you. It is our privilege to do business with you. And this multi-site feature is just another example of our willingness to do what our partners need us to do.
Right. I mean, ultimately, you talked about it a little bit earlier, how multi-site is just an enhancement onto our current multi-site. We've had multi-site the entire time, but it has been a little bit different, where you've been able to, you create each individual database individually, unless you're on the same network, and then in that case you were able to create multiple ones just connected over that network. But now with this new ability, it brings it all, kind of one step higher, where they can all be managed from one location. So you can add in those multiple different places or sites or whatever it might be, and then you're going to be able to assign users permissions to doors at each one of those locations. So if you might have a shop in Salt Lake, another shop in Denver, well, now I could go in and I could give my employees access to both locations without having to individually go out to each location. It's pretty cool, it's pretty exciting, and just like everything else that we've watched in the past, it's going to look and feel exactly like PDK.io. Let's watch this video on multi-site rules.
If you have added multiple cloud nodes to your system, you'll be able to add people in groups to one or multiple locations. Let's show you what that looks like. To manage users and their access permissions, select People from the main dashboard. To add a new person, simply select the plus button in the bottom right corner and enter in their information. Let's first give this user a mobile credential, followed by an access rule. To give this user permissions to use their phone as a credential, simply enter their email address into the email field. Then select the plus button next to credentials. Click the mobile tab and select the type of mobile credentials that this user will have enabled. Now, let's give this user permission to doors at multiple locations. Do this by clicking the plus icon next to Rules. Set the action, set the permission schedule, and the authentication policy. Then choose the doors they need access to by selecting the plus button next to Devices. If you have multiple nodes tied to this customer's account, you will be able to see all of the doors associated with each node or location. This will allow you to add access permissions to multiple locations if needs be.
Same PDK.io you know and love. Intuitive, simple, ease of use. That's what it is. I mean, really the only thing that was added to that is the ability to just pull in each one of the locations and add their doors.
Yeah. And have redundancy. I mean, the cool thing is you can put a cloud node on each location. Our cloud node's still the same powerful piece of hardware that is going to operate that location during a power outage, during a network outage or anything. All those locations, multiple locations, are still going to function as as needed. So I'm just really excited about that, and they're going to function quickly and very snappy. I like that.
Yeah, really cool. So now multi-site rules, the ability to add rules to everybody else. We've kind of touched on it a little bit, but is there anything else in particular that you think partners are going to love, and especially their end users are going to love, about the ability to add multi-site rules?
Yeah. I mean, basically what we're talking about is saving time. If you save a business time, you're saving them money. And so it's just going to make administrators and many of our dealers manage the locations for their
There we go.
back, yeah.
And we're back. Remember when we told you guys that you guys would get to see all of the issues? Well, there was one of them. The camera suddenly went black on us, but we're back.
Sony doesn't have controller continuity. Sorry.
But we do. So, Dallin, talk to us. You were just talking about how, about multi-site rules.
Yeah, we're talking about saving time for our dealer partners and saving time for their customers. So really everything we do here, we're creating a product that allows our dealer partners and our integration partners to sell this product easily and to have very little need for training and additional support to your customers while keeping them tied directly to you. That's what we're about. We are partner fanatics. When you succeed, we succeed.
Yeah. The next part I am very excited about. It is called we just did multi-site. This next part is system and health. And
Multi-system and health.
Which it technically does do that.
Right.
So this part is really cool. Might be one of my favorite.
These new enhancements to PDK.io also bring a brand new dashboard available for anyone with access to the software. System and Health is a one-stop overview to view health and status of all controllers connected to your customer's system. You can view this from the main dashboard by finding the System and Health button in the top right of the dashboard. This button will give you an overview of the current status of your system. To view it in depth, click the button. This page will then show you in-depth status of each system connected to this customer's account. By default, it will show each cloud node, whether or not it is connected, its sync status, and when the last sync was completed. Under each cloud node, you can then find the same information for each controller that is communicating with its respective node. If you wish to have additional information displayed, select the button titled Table Options. From here, you can select the additional status options like software version, connection type, and battery status. If any cloud node or controller issues are present, such as being disconnected or a synchronization error, an error icon will occur and bring that issue to the top of the list. It is also possible to filter displayed nodes and controllers by selecting the Filters button and choosing which filters you would like to apply. You can also search for specific nodes and controllers by using the search bar. To view more information about the controller, simply click on the controller, and the additional information will be displayed, such as connection status, device type, battery charge, firmware version, and sync status. The addition of this dashboard enables you to easily troubleshoot any issues while on the go, resulting in the ability to not need to roll a truck in order to diagnose a problem. The latest enhancements even bring you extended management options. This enhancement means that you will always be able to have access to the software to make any changes, adds, or deletes, even if your cloud node goes offline or is disconnected. If your cloud node or any of the controllers are disconnected, don't fret. Your systems will still function as they were programmed to do thanks to PDK's continuity feature. PDK's controller continuity is a feature available on all Red Series controllers. This feature allows for a copy of credentials and access rules to be stored on each Red controller. This means that the Red controllers will continue to grant access while temporarily disconnected from the cloud node. Once the node or the controllers come back online, they will sync automatically with the software and update with your latest changes that were made during the time that they were disconnected.
All right, and we're back. If the camera does die out again, we're hoping it doesn't, but fingers crossed there. So, system and health down, how does that affect our partners?
Right. So what System Health is going to allow you to do, like I said, we have partners that have hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of locations. And so being able to manage those, being able to know if there's a problem, We have just made that so much more simple and easy so that you can at a glance see if there's an issue with any of your sites, locations, or customers. And the good news is PDK is at the robust point now where your end user customers are not going to feel any issues. But if, again, and most of the issues aren't anybody's fault other than the power goes out, the ISP stops working, or their network goes down for a little while, and then they get it back up and running. But in the meantime, all of that works. So being able to see what is going on real time, being able to offer proactive support to your customers is just another tool that we want our dealer partners to have in order to be able to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Many of you work in power already. A lot of you are part of an electrician company. Many of you do ISP already, so it gives you the opportunity to make recommendations, to make a more robust network, to offer a more robust power infrastructure. There's so many things that you can do that this will help our partners be able to do and become more profitable through system and health.
Absolutely. The other cool thing in that video that it was talking about is extended management, and that is that offline mode that we mentioned earlier. So in the case where maybe a customer's network goes down, you will have the ability to still make any adds, changes, or deletes.
Yep.
Now, we want you to know PDK is 5 nines on the uptime. So oftentimes if there's ever a issue or an outage, it is due to a customer's network, and that is where we ultimately wanted to be able to come in and help save the day with a couple of issues. So you're still going to be able to log into PDK.io to make any adds, changes, deletes, even if the customer's network is down. And as soon as it is, as soon as connection is restored, everything will just automatically synchronize right back to the system, and you're going to be good to go.
And
so,
being able
cool.
to do that securely is no small feat. You know, we meet regularly with our engineering department, and there's a lot of nuance to being able to allow someone to go into a system and make changes while the system is disconnected. That's where a lot of hacks and things like that take place. And so our engineering team is not only ensured that your end user is going to be able to have at least 5 nines, but probably 100% uptime with their PDK.io access, but we're also going to be able to avoid any of the vulnerabilities that come with disconnection.
Yeah. Right. Another cool thing that has happened is we have done a little bit of a revamp with our states page. So states in the past, it just shows you the list of every door. You're also then going to be able to go and view all your doors and devices. You can also view your mapping from there. But things were kind of in a little bit of a hidden, I guess mapping was kind of hidden. It was something that when we were putting on this beta, everybody was excited because, hey, you guys have mapping now. No, we've had mapping for a little while. It was just kind of hard to get to. And so we listened to you guys, and we put it in a much easier to find spot. And so you're going to see with this new states page, the new layout, it takes the list view that you guys are already familiar with, but then it breaks it down into different locations. So you can easily search for it there. And then it brings mapping straight to the front so you can actually toggle between a list view and a map view. We think your customers are going to love this. Let's show you what that looks like.
These enhancements also bring an updated look to the states page, where you will be able to view the live status of every door or device associated with every location. This looks and operates exactly the same as the states page that you're used to using, but now each device is broken out and sorted by a cloud node or location. We have also added the ability to access your mapped floor plans from this screen by clicking Map View in the top right corner. This allows you to view your devices, their live status, and control their state in a custom floor plan that you upload. To do this, toggle from List View to Map View in the top right corner of the states page. We will then follow the wizard to upload a floor plan of the building. First, click the button to select a saved PNG or JPEG file of your floor plan. Once uploaded, you will be able to select another image or crop the image that you uploaded. In addition, you can adjust the opacity of the image if you need to. Hit Next to continue. We will then need to save this floor plan. You will be able to enter the full name of the floor plan, which will be displayed on the View Selector menu. Next, you can enter a short name, which will be an abbreviated version used for link icons. Floor plans can be associated to specific partitions within the software. To add a specific floor plan to a partition, simply click the plus button and choose your desired partition. Click Next to preview your floor plan. Once you verify it's correct, click Finish. You may now add icons representing your doors and devices. Select the device that you wish to add and click Select. You can then drag and drop the icon to the desired location on the map. By clicking on the icon, you can choose whether you want the name to be displayed or not. You can also delete the device if needed. You can then also change the icon size below. To add additional devices, click Add Devices. You can then repeat the previous steps to add additional doors and devices to your floor plan. After you have finished adding all of the devices, click Save Map View. From your floor plan, you can now click on the icon to control the state of your devices. To make any changes to the map, you can then select the Setting menu in the top right corner. An additional benefit is being able to link multiple floor plans to each other. This is commonly used to view the doors or devices for different floors, sections of a building, or different locations. To do this, an additional floor plan will be needed to be created by clicking Add Map View. We will follow the previous steps to create an additional floor plan. Upload a floor plan image, make any adjustments, provide names, and add any doors or devices that will be used in this section of the building. To link the floor plans together, select the plus button and choose Add Link, and choose the floor plan that you wish to link. The link is then added to the map. You can drag and drop the icon to your desired location. Save the second map view. If you click the link icon, the map will then change to the floor plan that was linked, where you can view a different set of doors and devices. You can also navigate between floor plans by selecting the drop-down menu in the top left corner. To return to the list of all doors and devices, simply click the List View button to toggle back to your list of devices.
The camera is not liking us at the moment.
Do you know what I wish we had? I wish we had a technician. That leads me into something that I want to bring up right now.
Yeah.
Today is National Technician Appreciation Day.
Woo!
Let me just tell you this. PDK couldn't exist as a company without install technicians.
That is right.
Software technicians. We just want to give a big shout out to all the technicians out there. The guys, I mean, I hear it all the time from our partners. The guys that are out there busting their butts. The guys that understand the PDK systems inside and out, all of our integration partners, the guys that are out there troubleshooting any issues that are out there, the guys that are out there doing meticulous wire runs. It's one of the most satisfying things ever for me. PDK, from the bottom of our hearts, we just want to thank the technicians that are out there, especially today on National Technician Appreciation Day.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything that you guys do for us.
My 5 kids love you guys.
That is so true. Yeah. Okay, so that's the new mapping and the new states page. The video did a great job of kind of illustrating everything that there is to know about it, but hopefully that can be a useful tool for you and something that your customers will love.
Yeah. All of our partners who were able to discover it, which were quite a few, I mean, not most, but they love it. Their end users love it. It's an incredibly intuitive feature. And, you know, we made the mistake that a lot of access control companies make, which is we put it one click too deep.
Yep.
And now, in true PDK form, everything's easy to get in the least amount of clicks possible.
Right. All right. So that is the main enhancements in PDK IO 2.0. Now, something to note. This is a phased rollout. So we rolled this out for you to be able to create new customer accounts that will have these features on it. So you need to go in, like if you're in there right now looking at existing systems, you're going to see that these features and enhancements are not there. You need to go and create a new customer account, and then you'll be able to see these new features are there for you. So again, this is a phased rollout. We're starting with new customers with this.
Yeah.
Once we have new customer accounts created and we're rolling and everything is working well, then we are going to be able to add in the ability to do a system migration where we'll take your 1.0 systems and we can then migrate them into being the 2.0 system having these new features. So be watching for that soon. Yep. We're going to be unveiling that here soon. But first, let's go ahead and try out everything with new customer accounts first.
Yeah, and so we're always faced with this issue, right? It's like, hey, Dallin, do you and the sales team want to wait until July to roll this out and everyone's going to be able to migrate it right away? Or do you want to give this feature set to your partners right away and then have us come out a little bit later? And again, I'm not saying it's coming out in July. I'm just saying we are working really hard to ensure that we have a way for you to migrate your existing customers to 2.0. We want them there. We want them to be able to benefit from all these. But we also wanted to give this to you as soon as possible.
We did.
I put so much pressure on our product team, Brad Baldwin on our engineering team, Evan Orm. So we put a lot of pressure on them. We're like, hey, we want to be able to give this to them now. Yeah, it's only going to be able to work on new systems. Can you create a new system with the existing system? Yeah, but you kind of got to start over. Give us a little bit of time, work with us, put your new customers on 2.0, and then we will create an easy to use in PDK fashion migration for you guys that'll allow you to, in a couple clicks of a button, move your customers over.
Yep. Awesome. Well, those are the enhancements. So now we're going to go to the Q&A. I've got everybody's chats teed up here. Remember, there is a 7-second delay on this. So get your questions in now so that we can actually get to them, and we're not, passing up on any of your questions that you might have. So the first one, Rich Peterson says, Brock, you are obviously a next level actor. Why, thank you. It's definitely my looks, isn't it? Why are you wasting your time and talents at PDK? These commercials are incredible. Well, thank you, Rich, but I love PDK. I have the best job in the world.
We ask Brock all the time, like, why are you even here? There's producers from Hollywood, like I get emailed accidentally, they're like, can you make an introduction to Brock?
Oof.
And I'm like, I don't have time.
Hey, I want to give an award to the person who's watching this at the earliest in the morning. Don Tamilo in Australia is watching at 4 a.m.
Don's a great partner.
Dedication, my friend. Well done.
He knows security inside and out. He was one of the earliest adopters of PDK. He was the earliest adopter in Australia. Mm-hmm. His voice is just magical. Americans, we love Australian accents.
We actually had him on the Big Access podcast little while ago.
Yeah.
We did it at ISC West. So go to our YouTube channel, which you're actually on right now. So subscribe to it. But then go and watch the Big Access podcast, and you'll see Don on there.
Half of the views on that were me.
I hope that's not the case.
Okay. Hope that came across the right way. Don, we love you.
Yes. Dude, we've got some... here's another good...
Sphere. Give a shout out to Sphere. If you're in Australia, reach out to Sphere.
Darius Blunt asks, which alarm system that has an integration to auto turn off the alarm system, Dallin?
All right, let's talk about this. So the only we've done so many polls on this. The only thing end users really want to do with an alarm system is activate it and deactivate it. It's a reactive.
Yeah, and guess which systems do that?
All of them.
So
yeah,
every Berg system, you just tie it into one of the inputs on our boards, and then you create a rule that triggers it.
Yeah, and we have so many partners. Hey, on first swipe, on first double swipe, deactivate the alarm, activate the alarm. So anyway, yeah, you can do that. You should be able to do that with almost every single alarm system that's out there.
Yeah. We got some Team Celsius. We also have some Team Monsters coming in. Go Monster.
Is yours gone?
No, not yet.
Mine is.
Okay.
That's how delicious it is.
I have to sip mine throughout the day, otherwise I will be bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
Let's see here. A Team Bang. Ooh,
Team Bang, I can see that. Okay. Team Bang, 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah. Rich Peterson asks, not sure if it's on the agenda, but wondering if there's any improvements to the PDK NVR integration tool. Stay tuned. That's actually our next live broadcast. So that'll be fun. Nice DJI mics. Thanks, they rock. Let's see. Jeff wants to get some cool shirts like this. Email me at marketing@ProdataKey.com. Ryan Slack, is Brock on a booster chair? Ryan, are you kidding me right now?
Ryan,
where's the lever?
I'm sitting on the floor.
This chair is broken. I was hoping that it would like drop down.
Like seriously, I'm on the floor.
Dallin's on the floor.
Yeah. And Brock is in a booster chair.
Dallin is literally a foot taller than me.
That's a phone book.
Thanks for the diss, Ryan. Love you, pal.
Dude, hey, reach out to me for some free swag for that comment.
Oh, man. Let's see. Jeff Morales says, when is the tool coming out to combine to existing location? We just talked about that.
Yeah.
Migration is coming soon.
Hey, if you have a customer that absolutely has to have this, an existing one, reach out to your sales rep. We will work with you. Our support team will help you do it. Like if it has to happen. But again, please wait for the migration tool if at all possible. It's coming.
Sweet. Let's see. Jeff Morales then says, we pre-build all of our systems prior to deploying, adding cards and all. When will billing start? That is a good question. So you are definitely going to be taking advantage of this new early configuration where you can add in all of that, and no billing will start until how many days after you bring on your first controller?
5 days.
5 days.
Yeah. 5 days. And reach out to us. One thing that a lot of people don't know is PDK offers the ability to be billed annually or monthly. So we want to work with you. We want to make sure your customers can do that. And nice. I just want to make sure I threw that out there.
Safe and Secure Management says that we should both drink water instead of energy drinks, and we might have less cramps.
I've already drank 1 gallon of water this morning, and I'm not exaggerating.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I get to the gym at about
Dude, it's
5:30.
10:45 in the morning here.
So right when I get up, this is something that one of our partners actually taught me. Put a little bit of Celtic salt, about a half teaspoon of Celtic salt in a big glass of water. I chug that, go to the gym. Throughout the gym, I drink about a half gallon of water. By the time I get to work, it's a gallon.
That's insane, dude.
This is nothing to me.
Yehuda Katz, is there any chance of the non-red systems will go end of life?
End of life? We're really dedicated to supporting all of our products.
We're backwards and forwards compatible on everything.
Yeah, so I mean...
Now, you might want to go and switch some of them to be able to get some of the enhancements and capabilities that Red does offer.
Yeah.
But no, we're not going to end of life or like kill your I/O products that you have out there.
It's super important to us that we support you. If you install a PDK system, it should last you a long, long time.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a lot of questions about merging. So love that. So,
stop saying merging. We call it migration, you guys. Get with the program.
Let's see. A lot of people calling us out on the technical difficulties. We're going to blame Sean, who's behind everything driving, even though he doesn't even have anything to do with it. He's just clicking the buttons of what to show next.
He's our inside general sales manager. There's nothing in his job description that says technical anything.
But he's actually really good at doing this stuff too.
Job.
So shout out to Sean.
Stop turning the camera off. Is basically what
like
it's what our partners want. Okay,
Beard and Dwight, everybody. If you go watch our office, that's Sean. Okay. Really huge shout out to Sean.
His face is so red.
He's helping fill in.
Usually he doesn't get embarrassed.
Well,
he's embarrassed.
He's an amazing individual. I owe him big time right now.
If you call in to PDK, you'll get Sean, and you can talk to him about what's happening right now.
Nice. So Safe and Secure Management also says, I'm not seeing any of these added features on the portal. That's because you're probably looking at your 1.0 systems. Go and create a new customer, and then you're going to see everything 2.0 in there.
Yep. Just close all those deals. Do it today. Do it in January.
Oh, he then says, hey, makes sense. Good call on the rollout procedure.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. It's because we're always wondering, like, we want to do the right thing for our partners. We obviously, a group of beta testers come in from our partner group, and they tell us what they would like, and this is what we heard. So thank you for reinforcing that. We want to bring products to you as fast as we can, and sometimes that means some features are going to come later.
Yep, absolutely. Russell Yost, why are you calling me out, dude?
I like Russell.
I was just with you last week, and you're already saying, fellas, you need more California sun. Would love to have you come back anytime, dude. It was a lot of fun. I was out there with Russell Yost filming a case study last week in California.
Cooks a mean brisket, man.
He did.
Cooks a mean brisket.
Dude, it was 73 degrees and sunny there. So for those of you guys who live in Southern California, you guys are lucky because I came home to like 15 degrees here in Salt Lake. It was cold. It was snowy. I sent a picture to Russell that night of my driveway just covered in snow. It was the worst.
Russell Yost gives us leads. He is a lead generator, man. First off, incredible company that they've got down there, but he'll send us leads all the time because he's just figured it all out, and so we appreciate Russell and his partnership. He's awesome.
All right, Safe and Secure Management again. Controller replacement. Enter serial number and all settings transferred to new controller, and not have to create a new controller and remove all settings individually. This is actually something that is in there. We didn't show this in the video, but if you ever do run into a situation where you do have to do an RMA, there is an RMA transfer process that is in the advanced settings of this new 2.0 and when you go into the Cloud Node section. So once you click the advanced drop-down menu, you will see a full RMA transfer where you can enter in the new Cloud Node number and it will transfer everything for you. You don't need to call into support to do any of this anymore. It's cool.
Shout out to Dave and Billy, just something I do want to bring up. If you guys are looking to utilize some of our integrations team is working day and night with our partners to make sure that we can provide you with the same integrations that we have had before. As of right now, if you want to do an integration, if you have to do an integration, we're going to have to put it online as a 1.0 and migrate it later. But TBD, we're going to be coming out with all of our integrations on 2.0 as quickly as possible with probably some pretty incredible improvements.
I'm pretty excited about what they're going to be, and you guys should be too. Hopefully we'll have them all on display at ISC West. So if you're going to be there at ISC West, come and see us. Okay, next question here. Is there a QR code feature? So we do integrate with a lot of visitor management platforms that do generate QR codes, and then we have a fantastic QR reader that you can go ahead and have scanned there, and the visitor management system will be able to print out a QR code. You can then take that right to our QR code reader, scan that, and it will go ahead and grant you access. So check out Data Display with their lobby tech. Sure. Check out Savants. Those guys are fantastic visitor management integrations that we love working with. Yeah. You can also find information about that process on our website, ProdataKey.com. Go and click on the System tab and go down to Integrations, and you'll find them there in the HR Solutions tab.
Beautiful.
So let's see. Thanks, Dallin. Brock, thanks, Dallin and Brock. You guys are amazing, and the PDK team are amazing. That's Don complimenting you on your compliment.
Beautiful. Don and I have been through some stuff together, so we do our best to take care of our partners. Growth is always crazy, but we communicate with us. If you guys ever have something going on and something PDK is doing that you don't like, reach out to us. We want to work with you. We want to change direction. We want to pivot. We want to make sure that all of our partners are growing like we are.
Yeah. Let's see. Then we've got. Let's see. Shuker 88. Chris, is that you? If so, shout out. That was the guy who was in the case study video that we showed. But he's explaining how the Honeywell integration works, how you can integrate that alarm panel directly into the PDK system. You can also find all the wiring diagrams and how to do this in our knowledge base as well. So shout out to Ryan Rawlings, our knowledge base manager, king and emperor of all things knowledge. Yeah. He is a stud. He's actually been in the chat here, so you can go ahead and...
he does not want you to call him or email him.
No.
I'm just telling you right now. But dude, he makes some mean Christmas crack.
Ooh. Let's not even get talking.
Okay.
Dude, I may have gained 5 pounds just eating that. He brought me like half a pound of it, and I gained 5 pounds.
Yeah. He's a pretty salty guy, but he makes sweet things. See what I did there?
Yeah. KMC Govern 2 says that Schrute Farms beet juice is superior to Celsius and Monster. Bearded Dwight, we get the thumbs up from Bearded Dwight in the back.
Beat Celsius? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. Bears beats Celsius and Monster.
That guy probably doesn't even know that bears can climb trees as fast as they can run.
Can PDK email a temporary Bluetooth credential for visitors? So temporary access, you can go ahead and specify exactly when a credential works. So you can go ahead and say, hey, I want it to work for this hour of this day. I want it to work for this week. I want it to work for this month. I want it to work indefinitely. You can set all of that up in your PDK.io people settings. Very simple and easy to do. Just go right there to the active date and the expire date, and you can adjust all that time frames. Ryan says that we need to stop brown nosing. Are you giving half-price training to all dealers who have watched this live? Sorry, Kevin. We will actually... This is a good question. Training. So the LMS...
Is it updated, Brock?
It is updated with all PDK.io 2.0 material is in there ready to go. So... if you guys have registered for the tech training in the past, you can now go in there and be able to watch all the newest, latest videos that will train you a little bit more in-depth on these 2.0 features.
I love that.
So, pretty cool.
You probably noticed that I did up my button after the last break.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Guys, we established this in a live broadcast a couple of them ago.
I got so much love via email and direct text that I decided to button it up.
I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
Everybody else was saying, hey, down, you need to unbutton it. Let's see, will there be any way to stream live view transactions while using software on other functions? Maybe a pop-up window. This is a great suggestion. Right now, you can view all live transactions and live events from our live events screen. You can't do a pop-out window with it, but if you did open up 2 tabs with PDK.io and keep one of them on live events, that's a way to do it. But if you did want to have a pop-out, that's definitely something that we can suggest to our engineering and product team.
I recently just saw a digital watchdog integration that we had going where the security guards had 4 windows pulled up. One of them was the states page that had the schematics of the whole area. The other one was the live events page that was running. And then the bottom portion was just the admin portion in case they needed to add anybody or make any changes. So, and that was all within digital watchdog spectrum with all the cameras surrounding it. It was beautiful.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right. Last one that we're going to get to. Great progress. Excited to see these added features and the future. Team PDK all the way.
Who said that?
That's Safe and Secure Management. Man, he's been very active in the chat.
We love the positivity.
It's good, right? So, I'm sorry. Rich Peterson says, I'm sorry, LMS. LMS is our learning management system. It's accesscontrol101.com. It is our training platform that you can go and get certified. So on it, it's got Access Control 101 courses, which are not even PDK specific. It just teaches you the basics of access control. It then does have a link to our sales training, which we do every other Thursday in a webinar format. So you can go jump on that. That'll teach you how to sell PDK and how to generate recurring revenue with your business. And then it also has the full technical training, which if you go through that technical training, you get some serious perks. Things like extended warranties, 24/7 technical support that is all run out of our office here in Salt Lake City. We don't outsource any of that overseas.
Yeah.
You're also going to get cool things like better pricing on your hosting subscriptions and project registration discounts, and then there's the ability to move up to like gold and platinum dealer level 2. If you have any questions about that, reach out to your sales contact or email sales@ProdataKey.com. And we'll get you taken care of.
Rich has access to that. So we do have some partners who have been with us so long that they just maybe even haven't even needed or been updated on the LMS. So it's always good to do a refresher. If you're already a partner with PDK, you already have access to it. If you can't log in, just reach out to your regional sales director, regional sales manager, and we'll get you in there. It's really well done. Brock and his team did it in small segments. So we get feedback all the time that new techs especially use those little segments to program systems. It doesn't waste a lot of time, and if they forget how to program a Rex or do a rule in PDK, they can just go to a little quick video that walks them through it. So well done.
Yeah, Rich says there's new tutorials coming to that. They're already in there.
They're in there.
We sent those videos over to my guy Ryan. Ryan uploaded them, so that today is it's fully filled and populated and ready for you.
And
so,
for the additional cost of, how much was it?
There's no cost for the additional videos, man.
I thought we were trying to get all the money we could out of our partners.
No, that's not what we do. We are partner fanatics. We empower you.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Seriously, I can't believe, just real quick, I can't believe how much some people charge for their own training. Hey, thanks for using our product. Here is thousands of dollars in other additional costs to get trained.
Oh, and you have to fly to us.
Yeah. We do charge, but we give you way more than we charge. We just, come on.
Well, and you get hardware that, super discounted hardware that you can then use to install during the system, and then it is a full single door system that you can use as your own demo kit, and we don't charge you for the first 5 doors on your own demo kit either.
Yeah. So the hat alone's worth $175.
Ooh, the hat is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's $175 worth.
I don't know.
Anyways, guys, look at this down. We kept it under an hour. You told me it couldn't be done. I told you it could.
We even put in some glitches with the camera just to make it
interesting. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in to this live broadcast. It's a very exciting day for PDK. It's a very exciting day for all of our partners, and it's an exciting day for all of your future customers. We are excited to be working with you. We thank you so much for everything that you guys do. Please reach out to us. Let us know what projects you're working on. We want to help make sure that they are the best possible. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and just to close it out, just real quick.
Boy. I don't get to do the closer. We'll let you do it.
Well, I just want to say one thing, because we joke back and forth. We try to make this fun, but let me switch to serious mode. We are so grateful for our partners. I hope you can feel that. If you can't feel that, reach out to us and tell us why, and we will fix it. But honestly, we know that we can't grow like we're growing without our partners. And so our dealer partners, integration partners, distribution partners, everybody, honestly, thank you. And hopefully you feel that gratitude when you interact with us. Brock, last word.
The end. See ya.
Thanks, guys.